So, hey everybody, this is the first episode of Conspiracy FDI Podcast. We're not sure what we're going to call it yet, but that's in the making. This is kind of more of a pilot episode. So, the people here with me today, of course, I'm Miles. This is Miles Pro 2010. We've got, say hi, man.
Hi, this is God as an Alien.
And is an awesome guy, very knowledgeable about conspiracy.
This is Conspiracy Man.
Sweet. That's his email. And then we've got Mr. Boners. Say hi, Trevor.
Yeah, hi.
I don't think he's really enjoying this, but anyway.
What are your thoughts on Area 51? Do you think they're having like alien technology, or do you believe it's just all military aircraft and whatnot?
Well, I do know this. Area 51's out there in the desert, and they bought 200 square miles around it.
Or is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nevada.
it's out there in the
90 miles north of Las Vegas, I believe.
Guys, I live so close to that, I'm surprised they haven't gone down there. So how close can you get without them attacking them? I mean, don't they still like...
Probably like, I think it's a mile from the gate, or maybe a half a mile from the guard gate.
Okay, you know what I see messed up? The fact that our taxpayers are the one funding that, yet we don't have the right to the information.
Oh yeah, you could get shot. They'll kill you right then and there if you step over the line, as they call it. The line, they call it.
So don't you think we should have access to all information that our government has?
Not all information, because I realize, they got to protect us from some information. But I mean, if everyone's saying all this stuff about Area 51, we should at least know a little bit what's going on there, like just a little bit. They don't give us.
And events that happened like 50 years ago, I totally think we deserve
the whole disclosure. They don't give us the whole disclosure of Area 51. They just, say, oh, we're just testing military aircraft, and that's it.
Well, they like to use the word national security a lot. Oh, well, we can't tell you national security.
Exactly.
The only thing about that is national security is used so broadly. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we're going to take your house.
Yeah, everything.
The one's like, why?
Because of national security.
Yeah, it's just messed up. I just think the overuse. And this whole thing about that Patriot Act needs to be debunked. I mean, not debunked, but taken down now.
So what do you think about Dugway Proving Grounds in Utah? Have you heard of that? Dugway Proving Grounds? It's supposed to be an underground base.
Well, there's lots of underground bases. I hope you guys know that.
No, I didn't.
Absolutely. There's
one under my house right now. Just kidding.
There's one in Maine. There's one in North Maine, actually.
So how do you find about it and stuff? Does the government try to keep that secret, or are they pretty...
Oh, yeah. They try to keep it secret, but like I said, there's a lot of us out there in the conspiracy world that try to find it and look for stuff like that.
Well, that's why I like the internet. It actually is kind of a way to keep the government in check, but I think the government does get a lot of information we don't realize. They just don't announce that they're giving it. You know what I mean? They put it on a website, and then it's up to you to go get it if you want. So I think that's why he's like, go research,
Well...
Because it's amazing what you can find.
Like, you probably can't see this real good, but that's UFOs over the White House in 1952.
Absolutely, 1952.
That's in 52, okay? This is... Now, you got to understand.
If you don't mind.
Just type in... oh, wait a minute. Where'd it
How
go?
do you like that galaxy, by the way? I was just curious. You like it?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, man, it's works for me.
That's cool. I was going to get one, but I got a laptop.
But look at that. This happened twice in 1 week.
Huh.
It happened, and it got in the newspapers.
Well, you think that honestly,
so something's going on.
It's interesting. How did the media handle that? Were they kind of made it look like just a crazy event, or?
Well, back then everybody was either radio or newspaper. Early 50s, there wasn't really that much TV going on. So
I actually still miss the newspaper.
Imagine if that happened today. Imagine if that happened today and was put on the news.
Well, believe it or not, they do get filmed all the time, but they just don't get any attention.
There was one over in Britain actually that got filmed and was on one of the BBC, I believe it was on BBC Network. It got filmed and they actually showed it and everything, but it was just like one time. It was at 1 a.m. in the morning they showed it.
Yeah.
And if too many people film them, or too many people see them, they want to say, "Oh, it's a mass hallucination."
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Of course.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. That's just
I love that one.
A way of getting people to dismiss it.
It was lanterns, Chinese lanterns, or something like that, from a birthday party or something.
The government's got to know these UFOs are here. I mean, with all the tech we have, I'd be surprised if the government didn't know about it. So it's just the government knowing about it, trying to cover it up.
Well, that's part of the theory, is that they know about so-called aliens and they're covering it up. But is that true? I don't know.
Well, the thing is about, even if you think it's not true, do you have any evidence to say it's not? No.
No. Exactly.
Oh, absolutely
That's the
not.
thing. That's, in my opinion, enough to say that you can't excuse all these theories.
But which side has more evidence? Is there more evidence on saying that they're not here, or is there more evidence saying that they are here?
Well, in my opinion, Jason, if they're not here, I think they're at least flying around, because if all this stuff was false, then why do we keep freaking seeing?
Why do we keep seeing them? Why is there crashes? Exactly. I agree.
And why?
I would have to
why
say
would the government hide
UFOs
it up?
are real.
Because if it was fake, the government wouldn't give a shit.
Yep.
I mean, what do you think?
There's too much evidence that they have been here in the past, and there's too much evidence that there's something going on now.
I should pull up a couple pictures of paintings actually from like back then, way before like Jesus.
The Middle Ages. The
Middle Ages. Of paintings of actual UFOs in the sky. And
I know.
You should email those to us.
Yeah.
They've been the UFOs and flying people, that has all been documented all throughout history. Just go look at India. India shows tons of flying people. Cities blowing up on the ground, and
so why is this so hard for people to grasp the idea of UFOs being possible?
I don't know. People grasp
because they was
religion
beat with
and
Jesus
the
their
why
whole
can't
life.
They believe this?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's because they're believing in God.
They're not given the full truth. See, is what's happening is they're giving the people a little bit of truth, and
but do we have
them
full
in,
truth?
and then giving them garbage for the rest.
Yep.
Well, I don't think religion has the full truth. And as you said earlier, there's good parts of religion that there's certain values and morals that I was taught that I always keep. Even though I don't believe I need the Bible to be a good person. Anybody says they need to be a good person is messed up. But what I was saying, Lee, is do you think when people are religious, they just kind of dismiss any other idea? It just makes their mind closed to all this.
Now, where is that? Can you see my screen, guys?
I don't know.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Now, where is that coming from? Is that coming from the sky, that object?
And by the way, the listeners can't see that, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just talking to you guys. Doesn't that look like it's coming from the sky? That's the sky, and it's coming down from the sky in a beam of light, right?
So do you guys believe people have been abducted then? Like
that's
actually
Mahabharata. That's actually in the Mahabharata.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Absolutely. Yeah, tons of flying people, man, all over the place. There's not one place on this planet that you can't go to in ancient history and find.
So there is evidence.
Sky gods, a god that was literally there.
Something other than us. It's like, what do you call it? Call an alien and call it a god. It's still something other than human.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
The definition of God and the definition of alien.
Lowercase gods did walk the planet. They were here, and they did try to put themselves on a pedestal. And this is probably why you hear in this whole "Thou shalt not have other gods before me," because there were other things.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's other cases similar to the story of Jesus in history. We just don't realize that. There's other cases of people coming to Earth and saying that they're Jesus. Saying that they're the God.
Yep.
Well, now, hold on. Jesus is the one that actually came and said he was the son of the true creator.
Well, and that's the thing. We believe that Jesus is a God, and we believe he's the son of God, so that means that there is more than one God. So, that's just simple, right?
Well, hey, hold up real quick. In the Bible, Jesus tells the humans, "Are ye not a God?" He actually says that to humans. Are you not a God?
As if
which in our own sense, in our own sense, we are our own gods. We can make things happen. We can create things. We can, in a sense, we are.
Well, I think as we gain more scientific knowledge, we become more and more like a God. It's like, okay, think of what God can do, and if we can take genes and molecules and create stuff out of it, we're doing what God can do. We're creating what he created. You know what I mean?
So what if there's someone out there that can actually what if the God
I know sometimes I have a hard time describing what I want to say. Sorry, Jason, go ahead.
What if the God that we're talking about is actually someone from another planet? Like you said, like right now we can actually create we could create genes, we could do all that stuff like you were saying in a laboratory. We could do all that now. Now what if someone in another planet, in another solar system, in another galaxy is advanced enough to do something 10 times more than what we're able to do now?
Yeah, it's like, how far are we? Like, I know we're pretty far compared to...
It is possible. It's very possible.
So,
do you think we're pretty advanced as a society, or do you think there's other societies out there that are better?
Not compared to all the galaxies in the...
We don't know shit.
Well, and honestly, to say that we're the only ones in the galaxy is pretty...
Is ignorant.
Yeah, because you don't know that. You have no evidence to suggest that it isn't true. You go outside, look up at all the stars, and you're like, Yeah.
Let
That's
me
just
say
our-
one line. Let me say one line out of the
Sodom.
Tower of Babel.
I don't
Check
know how
this
I
out.
remember all this stuff.
This
You
is
spend way too much time
exactly
on
what
it.
it says
Hang on.
in the
Just
book.
kidding.
This is what the humans are saying. Okay, let us make our way to the heavens, so we can make a name for ourselves instead of being scattered amongst the earth. The next line. The gods saw what the humans were doing. They were fixing to leave the earth. And they said, let us go down and confuse the language so the humans could not. Because we were fixing to venture off.
So,
We were fixing to leave.
so what did the gods see us as? Did they see us as an experiment?
I think
I mean-
if I had to say it, I would have to say we're babies.
Yeah.
I would
We're
have to say
baby
we're
gods?
babies. We're not responsible at all, humans. I don't think. Look at what we do to the planet. Look what we do to ourselves.
Yeah. So it's like we have free will, but they don't. Why would they not want us to find out who they are? Go somewhere
Well,
else.
they might not want us going to another planet and fucking them up or something,
Yeah.
or
Oh, so do you think?
oh, sorry if I'm cussing. Sorry about that.
No, dude, I really don't give a fucking damn shit.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. So does Trevor, right? Trevor?
I don't care.
He doesn't fucking care.
He's got soda. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps
Got
himself
soda
entertained.
and an old laptop from 1999, so I'm good.
That's all you
nice.
need to keep Trevor entertained. And a porno, and you're good. Just kidding. What I was gonna say is,
It looks like there's. I'll tell you this. I
you
don't know
think
if you do.
we
You
were
guys
another-
know about
okay,
pyramids?
sorry, go
You
ahead.
know about.
Oh yeah. The
yeah, I was gonna
pyramids,
ask you that
yeah.
actually.
Pre-internet. They were teaching there was 3 pyramids just in Egypt.
Oh no, there's 4, ain't there? There are 4.
Basically, well, 3 or 4, whatever they wanted to teach you about. But then the internet came out, and we started seeing all the pictures from around the world.
Thank Google for
And
that.
now there's hundreds of pyramids,
Absolutely. Japan.
even in China. Absolutely. So they had a purpose. What were they? I think they were some kind of machine or something.
They weren't
I
just
don't
to
know.
bury their pharaohs.
That's
Yeah.
that's the cover up. That's the
Yeah,
cover
that's the
up.
cover up.
These things weren't for pharaohs.
You know how much security? Like you're not allowed to go in and like dig around the pyramids and the
Why?
Sphinx and all that. Like you're not allowed to like do any digging at all.
Oh,
You know what, that
when you
just
go to the
proves-
pyramids, you walk in straight lines. You don't get to venture off where you want
No.
to.
You know, I
You
think
go with,
I think that
because-
proves that government knows something we don't. Why would they not want us to know? Because they think we're gonna like freak out.
Because they're landmarks and they don't want you
Let's
fucking it up.
discuss Atlantis. How's Atlantis sound? Are you familiar with Atlantis?
Atlantis.
Hold on,
yeah.
no, before we
It's
go
a
off
video
that,
game
can
on
I
the
ask you guys
Atari
one more?
2600 and the Intellivision, and I highly enjoy it.
Since we're getting to ancient Egypt and the pyramids and everything, I figured we'd bring in Atlantis as a topic because that's a good,
Okay.
good discussion.
Can I ask one more thing though, Lee?
Sure.
I already asked Jason this, and he can re-express his thoughts so the people know that are listening. But I was going to say, what do you think about the alien? I mean, you've got all these conspiracy theories, but you got the one that are bigger than the others. More people
Sure.
know, like people who aren't even interested in it. Like one I know is that the aliens helped the Egyptians build the pyramids.
Listen, the Egyptians came later. The Bosnian pyramid was here before the Great Pyramid in Egypt. So you
Is
need
it bigger
to.
or is it?
It's bigger. Yes, it's definitely bigger.
Now, people are confused though because they're one of the, it's one of like the 10 great world wonders. How could people back then?
That's
with
the
tech
media
back then build it?
propaganda tourism brochure scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not telling you about all these other places that exist.
There's actually
Listen,
pyramids underwater.
yeah, absolutely. Osmanagic, the guy who found the Bosnian pyramids, for 4 years they tried to say he was a liar and a fraud. Zawi Hawass from Egypt tried to get him all fucked up and tried to not get him no money.
This makes me
But
not
then
be
the
able to trust
scientists really
anyone.
went and looked at it and they said, holy shit, there's fucking 5 pyramids here.
Yeah.
And
Well,
one of them's
okay.
bigger than
How did they
anything.
build it back then, though? I mean, I thought they didn't
I'm
have
going to say
tech.
molded concrete. Ancient
Oh.
molded concrete.
So what was the point?
I don't know. That's
Have
the
you-
question.
Have you seen Teotihuacan?
Oh, yeah.
Have
Absolutely.
you seen how perfectly smooth the rocks are there, the blocks
Mhm.
and everything?
Mm-hmm. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And they
It's kinda-
supposedly did this without hammers and chisels
Yeah.
and trucks and apparently you can just pick up a sharp chicken bone and create a temple.
Oh yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Well, that's
I
why they
guess.
think
And the
aliens helped them.
Stonehenge as
So you
well.
don't believe that the
Stonehenge as
aliens
well.
help them?
Absolutely. Well, I don't think the aliens help the humans at all. I think the hybrids and the original angelics built all the pyramids.
Yes.
What's a
angels, that's-
hybrid? I'm sorry. I don't.
Nephilim.
Remember the Nephilim that came down? The angels came down and mated with the humans.
Yeah, their offspring were the Nephilim.
You guys, you got to realize
Right.
a lot of. I'm an amateur when it comes to this, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I know more religious history than anything. I don't know if this is part of Christianity or what. What's a Nephilim? That's an angel?
When the angels came down to Earth and they had sex with the women,
That sounds weird.
they got the women pregnant, and when the women had the babies, they were hybrids. They were half human, half angelic. Those are the Nephilims.
Okay, it sounds like you're trying to describe how sex works with me. When
how
two
does that
parents love
work?
each other. Just kidding.
What are the
Trevor?
odds that aliens have the same amount of chromosomes and or operate the same way that human beings operate?
We were created by the same creator. We came out of the same toolbox. We came out of the same toolbox.
Doesn't mean that we're the same.
Well, we're not, but
How
we're
does
close.
it mean we're not, though, Trevor? If
We're
we're both
close.
from the same toolbox, we're pretty dang similar.
Aren't animals built from the same toolbox?
Absolutely. That's why
Yeah,
we
but
have.
You can't generate offspring with a fish.
No, but we can crossbreed now because we know how to unravel DNA and take out what we don't want and add in what we do. I can show you a vid right now where the fish has a human face, and they
Dude.
actually breed them to feed them to the poor.
I mean, dude, we can alter the way a fish looks, too. Like, even his color, his skin. Like, there's a albino trout here that are golden trout. They weren't naturally that way. So.
That's you guys have heard of GMO foods and genetically modified this and that. That's what all that is. That's all genetic DNA science.
Is it bad, though? It's like all that
absolutely, it's bad. Absolutely. They're creating plants that do not create seeds. That means when your plant dies, you get no seeds. You get one use. That's not natural. That's not natural.
Just because it's not natural, though, what does that mean? Just because
they're taking out the vitamins.
Oh.
They take out the vitamins, they take out the nutrients, and they replace it with chemicals and it's just bullshit. It's fucked up, man. It really is.
You think they'd want to? You think scientists, if they were smart, would want to create plants that could grow in any environment with the less water possible? You know, just make plants better.
Now, what's the main ingredient in Prozac?
Well, that's what I hate. Is like we've got a pill for everything. I mean, I hate the fact that I have to take Effexor. I don't know what the generic version is I forgot. But for my anxiety, because without it, I start going with withdrawal systems. And I mean, I'm addicted to it. My body is. I mean, I'm not.
Is that like Xanax or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go get it for you. And see, anxiety is so close with bipolar, so everybody thinks I have bipolar.
Well, I know they take Xanax for anxiety, and it might be a lower something of it. But
yeah, because I used to take like 4 or 5 different prescriptions, and I've been able to get off them. And as I've got off them, I felt more. Could. Yeah, I felt better.
I would get off of them if I could.
What do you think about Atlantis?
I think Atlantis was a real place.
You
I think Atlantis was.
What is Atlantis?
I do. I think it was
here.
It's
still here?
I think it's underwater. I think it's underwater
where exactly
somewhere.
At? Like, where's your location?
I have no idea.
In the Bermuda Triangle somewhere, the Bahamas, over in England or Ireland somewhere in the ocean.
I would say the Atlantic Ocean, personally.
Yeah, because Atlantis, yeah.
Right.
I gotta say, you guys are fun to talk to.
Now, what do you think happened to it? Do you think it blew up? Do you think it sunk? Do you think it maybe was not just a continent or a landmass? Maybe it was a as one of the movies say, a spaceship of some type that was, floating on top of the water or something?
I don't know. It may to me personally, it sounds like it was a civilization that was really thriving and it was really big. It was a really hot YouTube channel, but then something.
That's a good way of putting it.
But then something happened, whether it was the flood the Bible talks about, or wars, or something natural. Who knows? But I do believe it was here.
Hey,
absolutely.
What is this? Is this similar to Atlantis? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about
that again?
Atlantis? Is that what you're talking about?
Atlantis.
Yeah. No. What's the history of it? I just know it's a town that's underwater.
Well, it's not a town. It was basically a whole continent. It was a whole continent.
It was like a really advanced spot where the humans had mathematics.
Plato wrote about it.
Plato,
so do you think the gods covered it up so that we wouldn't be able to...
It was actually said to be created by a god in Plato's writings. One of his writings there. I forget which scripture it was or what page it was.
To take that, it sounds like another god found out about it, freaked out, didn't want us being that advanced.
Well, that might be possible.
I mean,
it just makes sense. You know, if you're saying there is more than one, I mean, assuming what we've already talked about is true, okay?
Yes.
Because there's always that possibility we're wrong. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, all this makes more sense than all the LDS theology I've been raised up to.
I could blow your mind, man. I've been researching for 15 years, so.
Wow, yeah, I haven't been researching that long, but I've been researching for a while, more than anyone else.
You know, let me tell you, there's a lot of things out there that they never told us about.
I think Trevor's like, what the fuck are you guys referring to?
Pre-internet, like I said, they was teaching that there was only, the pyramids in Egypt, and then come to find out that was the furthest thing from the truth, and they're everywhere. And if you ever heard the word ley lines?
Ley lines. Oh, yeah, definitely.
No.
Absolutely.
Alaska, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you've heard of Easter Island?
Oh, yeah, Easter Island, Maui, Moa.
The Moai. Did you know there's an Egyptian obelisk there?
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay, you guys are blowing my mind because I have no frick what you're
It's unfinished, but it's there. But they don't never teach you that. When you see documentaries about Easter Island, they don't never show you that Egyptian obelisk there.
And I wonder why. Wait, how did the Egyptians get all the way over there?
They were flying around the whole planet, man. Everybody was flying around.
So much for the Wright brothers.
How did like one pyramid design all of a sudden get dispersed all throughout the whole planet?
Right, exactly, and that's
how do we all get dispersed throughout the whole planet?
Well, you know what their excuse is? Their excuse is they try to give you this map of the migrations of the humans.
Yeah.
And it's all generic bullshit, is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do we? What I'm saying is, how do we all know what we've been raised? So everything that we've been taught is bullshit?
Basically, a lot of it, yes. Absolutely. And
where's the evidence that supports that?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Or just the fact that, before we had the internet, just stuff like that? Of how, before the internet, well, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
All right.
Stuff like how we only knew there was 2 pyramids. Now that the internet's here, we know 4.
Well, no, we know because we actually got access to the internet. The governments knew about it the whole time. They just never told us. So you got to understand, they've been flying a lot longer than we have.
Yeah.
So how do we not just say, "Hey, government, you're not the boss. There's more of us than you."
Well, that's up to the people.
Results.
That's up to us, man.
That's up to the people. People are going to have to die. If you want to fight this government, people are going to die.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
So do you think the U.S. government is going to take over and try? Because it's like the other day, I was driving home and I see this big military truck on top of this flatbed. I'm like, why does our Mountain Foam Air Force Base, our local Air Force Base, need that? Why do they need that? Why does our state wants a drone, an unmanned drone?
The more we push, the more they're going to push.
Well, that's not conspiracy theory. That's fact.
Yeah, that's fact, definitely.
Well, all we have left now is shovels and pitchforks against their nukes. I mean,
sooner or later we won't even have our.
We're kind of outdated and shit.
Yeah, and now they already got space weapons and shit already.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're totally gonna nuke us.
We could be sitting at home and they could kill us from space.
So, Trevor, what do you think of all this?
I don't know.
No, you do know. Just tell us what you think.
The nuke thing was kind of stupid because if they nuke us, they're nuking themselves. So
well, I don't know. That's what the underground bases might be for.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, but then they'll be living in nuclear winter and die anyway.
Yeah, well, no, they got these places set up, man.
Dude, if you gotta watch and check out on the internet and search. You got to research the underground bases and stuff to realize how massive these are.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you would
these
be amazed
websites
at
you're going to get the information. What are they? Are they government
websites.
or are they?
It's not websites only. It's like everywhere. It was on a couple episodes on TV. It was also on the internet, like I said. And it shows video of them. It shows pictures of them. Mm-hmm. People drive by them. You could drive by something that looks like a mountain, and you wouldn't realize there's a whole city underneath it.
Yeah, Google that. Just Google DUMBs, deep underground military bases.
Yes.
You'll pull up a lot.
So why does our government want that? I mean, why would they? See, that's
it's not for me and you. It's for them. It's for them to hide, I don't know what they need them for, but they built them for something.
Well, yeah exactly. What else would they need them for, dude?
No, I don't know.
And with our money, mind you.
And not even tell us what they're for. Not even say, hey, this is what they're for.
Exactly.
And give us proof. Give us proof, factual evidence that this is what they're using them for.
Yeah, but I don't think the government would try to kill all of us because think about it. Without us, they lose the power.
Have you ever heard of the Georgia Stones or whatever?
Oh yeah, I've seen them. The Georgia Guidestones.
Now you know how it has like a certain number of planetary whatever. Like it says that these
500 million.
Yeah, 500 million. Now how many are we at now?
7 billion.
What would be the point of a government if there's no people to govern?
Yes, that's why.
Because everything's built now.
What?
He said, why would they need so many people or so less people? I said, well, everything is built now. They don't need all these people.
I said, how could a government govern if there's no people to govern or whatever? If there's
that please the point of a government. That's why
we've built
I think
everything
that the government, at the same time, is against us. At the same time, they don't want to just kill us. That'd be idiotic. Because we're the ones that give them money to fuel their operations.
But the money's fake. That's the thing. The money is not.
The money situation.
So money's just a thing for us to keep working.
The money is for the humans. The money is for us. It's not for them. You see what I'm saying? Even if there is no money, they're going to still have a mansion.
Absolutely. They're going to have a spot underneath the grounds.
So you think the government is just going to kill us?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What would be the
I don't
point?
know what they're doing.
I mean,
I know they're taking the Constitution and
be...
ripping it up in half here and there.
I know,
but once they have full control of us, they're going to do what they want with us. Whether it's kill us or whether it's turn us into freaking zombies or whatever, they're going to do something to us, and they're going to be hiding in their underground bunkers and sitting there just waiting for the end to come. And once the end comes, they're going to freaking come out of their bunkers and everything and have the whole continent or whatever, have the whole United States and have it how they want it. I
personally think nothing will happen as long as the people keep complying. As long as the people don't raise too much of a stink, then everything's good. But as soon as the continents really start rising up, that's when you might see some force.
Wait, you don't think nothing bad will happen? What I'm saying, I'm not saying you're saying that, but what I'm saying is, as long as nobody makes a big deal out of anything what the government's doing, they won't do anything as into start trying to control us and all that.
Right, I think as long as as long as everybody's got American Idol and shit, and is happy.
Exactly. As long as we sit and watch our damn television and not raise up and do something about it, then nothing's
exactly.
Gonna happen.
So
we're just gonna say here be puppets.
If that's true, then what's the point of the government trying to be against us?
Well, they're not really against you. They're just raping you. Yeah. They're just making you pay more and you get less.
They're the puppet masters. We're the puppets.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
They could use us for any stupid war they wanted to create. They could bring back the draft. They could do all kinds of shit.
Who controls your money? Like, do you control your money? Like, really? Do you control your money?
No, I get to look at it. Pay for gas to go to school.
But the government controls, like, all the major corporations. The government controls the banks. The government controls.
Now, some people think it's the opposite, though, Jason. Some people think that the private sector controls the government.
Yeah, but they can actually close everything down, and you won't have access to anything. They could go ahead and close everything down, and you won't be able to access your health care. You won't be able to access hospitals. You won't be able to access banks. I'm fixing
to say, check this out. They have made it where they own the lights, the water, the science, the medical, the space technology, anything that could benefit us, they have control over every bit of it. We don't.
So what happens when they take that away from you?
Exactly.
We're gonna be like little scavengers, like freaking hyenas out scavenging the damn prairies.
Yeah.
It'll be the Middle Ages.
Yep.
All day.
I don't see the point of this because honestly, think about it. If they make it so that we are starved to death and everything, okay, let's say that they can control us and all this happens, what are they going to do? They're just going to sit there and
restart. They're going to restart everything, and once we die off,
what's the point of that?
Restart.
That's a whole lot of
point of that.
They knew they screwed up. They knew they screwed up, so they want to restart. And the only way to restart is to get rid of half of the population.
That doesn't make sense to me. Logically, if that's how they feel, it would make more logical sense to try to fix what they already have instead of just blowing us all up and restarting.
Or what if it's unable to be fixed?
Well, that's the well. See, there's another.
It's
thing.
only unable to be fixed if you feel that way.
It's not just America. We're not just America. We have ties with China and the imports and the exports. the whole world bounces off of each other now. It's no continents by themselves now.
Yeah.
We owe money.
Well, except for those third world countries that, you know.
Well, there's just, they can't do one thing without affecting another.
Oh no, 2012.
But
Well, okay, honestly, how bad would it be if every country just forgave each other for all our debt, and we just kept going?
That's not going to happen, because that's, you know.
Great.
But if it
would
did
be nice.
happen, what would happen? Would we?
I don't think humans would learn their lesson.
No. We go back to borrowing and stealing and greed and all that fun stuff.
Well, guys, think about it. We've been this way since the creation of, since we were here. Mm-hmm. You think if we were that bad, we would have died off a long time ago? I mean, does that not make sense? I mean, obviously we're doing something right, because look at the technology.
But we're not doing it too well. I mean, look at the poverty, look at the disease, look at all the stuff that we could get rid of if we just focus on that instead of all the other stupid shit that we're focusing on.
Look, there's not one reason why we should be paying rent to anybody, or we should be living in self-sufficient homes that grow food 365 days a year.
Yeah, but
they won't let us do that. Because they
make money. They make money doing it the way they're doing it now.
Right. It's because it makes the world go on.
And the control and power. They control our food now. So.
Well, here's the thing: if you're busy, if you're working, and you're raising family, you don't have time to think. You don't have time to do shit except do what they want you to do. Yep. So. They're killing your time. They're also killing your time of your life.
I just think it's dumb. It's like, why? I mean, they're humans just as much as we are.
All the billions and trillions of dollars we got, we should have been bettering this whole time. We have not done that.
Absolutely. We've been spending on weapons, on all types of other stupid crap that isn't necessary for our, all of mankind's beneficiary or whatever.
Yeah, but guys, we're humans, not...
And then we don't have any say. See, that's another thing. They say, hey, we're taking $1 trillion here and doing this and $1 billion here on this black budget project. Yeah, and when the humans say, hey, where's our money going? They say, it's in national security.
Building desks for schools.
Oh, they're taking away from schools. They're firing teachers, and but they can go to space every 5 minutes.
My dad got a 2% raise one year. The next year, it was 10% cut. I'm just like...
So they control our education as well.
Oh, absolutely. They control everything.
So whose fault is that? I believe it's our fault for allowing them to do this, to get this far into the control.
I think humans are really good-hearted, and they fell into it.
Yep.
They're believing in something that wasn't there. Well, and then by the time they figured it out, it was too
late. I agree totally. You just said it right there.
Well, think about it. When disasters like Katrina happen, you see the good of humankind right there. You can't tell me you don't.
Oh, yeah. No, there's some good in humankind, but like you said...
Because if there wasn't, Jason, we would have died a long time ago. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we would have died a long time ago, but we're living like shit now. I mean, we still got people dying. We still got people killed.
You realize us three are not living in shit.
Yeah,
we're living in our air-conditioned homes, talking on internet.
But how many people are living in shit? Do you know, the exact number?
No, but do you?
No, but I know it's a hell of a lot.
7.
More than what it should be.
7, yeah, 7.3.
7.
It's more than what it should be, I tell you that. If we concentrate on the right stuff that we should be. You say that all mankind's good?
I never said that. I never said that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm asking you if that's what you said.
No.
Or if that's what you meant. Okay.
I'm just saying you guys are putting it out as if no mankind's good.
Oh, hell no. There's
because all you're talking about is a negative part of it.
Yeah. We're talking about the negative part. We're not talking about all of mankind. We're talking about only the negative part of mankind. And there's
obviously there's some people that give a fuck, or else you wouldn't know anything about all of this.
Absolutely, there's some people that give a fuck, and there's many who don't.
Absolutely, there's people that just wing it day to day, and they don't give a shit about you, me, their own mama.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm kidding, Trevor. Calm down.
But then again, like he said, they own the education. See, they've got it set up that as soon as you have a baby, they put their claim on it.
Yep.
This is where the birth certificate comes into play.
Yep.
The country makes sure that they own your child. Now, after they have obtained you as property, because that's how you're classified as property, now, because they own the child, now they force the parent to put the child into their schools, or you go to jail, or they'll take their property away from you. So now you have a child in their school system learning bullshit like Christopher Columbus discovered America, which is flat out bullshit. They already had maps of the world back then. You've heard of the Perry Reese maps?
Oh yeah, definitely. The Antarctica. Antarctica was already there, and that was like even before Antarctica was discovered.
Yeah, so that whoever is at the top of the ladder already knew the map of the world.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus drove his ass right here.
Yep.
He didn't find shit.
He probably found that map or found a way to get here or something.
So wait, where's the evidence that suggests this?
You didn't see the map? You never heard of that map?
The Perry Reese map.
Of course I never heard of it because I've never taken the time
Google
to do
it.
it.
I mean, you got Google right there. Google Perry Reese map.
I know, but how do you know that's not bullshit?
Because it's not.
Yeah, but where's evidence that says it's not?
It was discovered. The map was discovered.
For where?
Just like all those scriptures in the Bible was discovered and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I don't get about the Bible is it's the word of God written by man. That's bullshit.
Yeah. But that map is real. That map is fact. That was discovered. It had Antarctica mapped out on the map, and the map was drawn out or whatever before Antarctica was discovered.
Yeah.
So how would they know that Antarctica was there if they never been there?
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't understand the government's logic because for me, I don't know.
I know you're
why
young.
Start over?
Listen, you're just young, and I understand that, and you're questioning everything, and you should.
Yeah,
you should really question everything.
Well,
but some of this evidence...
And it's hard. It's hard to question.
Well, I'm not saying the evidence isn't there, okay? But what I'm saying is, if the government is against us, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys put it out to be, and I'm just going based off what you said. What are they waiting for? In my opinion, they could have done a long time ago.
We don't. Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know
what they're doing,
how they want to do anything because they don't tell us anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything they do in the political system is against us.
Do you think they're going to say, "Hey, we're going to come take your houses. We're going to come take your jobs"? No, they're not going to say that because they know if they do that, we're going to rise up and fight back. They're going to wait until we least expect it, and then they're going to come in at nighttime or when we're all asleep and take over our houses and take over our lives, basically. They're not going to tell us, days before that they're going to come in and do that. They're going to wait. They're going to wait for the right time.
Okay, 2 questions. What's the point of that? And now that we know this, what the hell are we supposed to do? Because no one obviously cares. I mean, we go to Iraq.
You could occupy. Haha.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like, okay, now that we know all this,
Travis Walton.
See, what are we supposed to do? I mean, are we all fucked? We're just all fucked.
Pretty well. I mean, you're never going to get anywhere major in life if that's what you think. You're not going. You got
people like Duffy that are doing pretty good.
Well, no, I'm saying you're not never going to have a yacht, and if you do, then you're going to be doing some crooked shit to get there.
Not never. Okay.
You have to be. Hey, they're not going to give a good person the opportunity to climb the ladder. You got to be a shitbag.
I don't know. I wouldn't call Sean a shitbag. You're pretty much calling him that.
Does he have a yacht?
I don't know.
I am Elmer J. Fudd. I only mention any yacht.
My point is that you're never going to get any power. I'm just saying you're never going to get any real power.
I am Elmer J.
You're
Fudd.
not going to be on the top chair.
Right. Exactly.
Without doing something to get there.
You're not going to be calling the shots unless.
Like you're not going to be president and stuff.
Yeah.
What would they do if someone faked all this shit to get to the top and then
they'll kill you. They'll kill you.
No. What I'm saying, they'd kill you if they found out that you're actually trying to do good.
We'll see.
Well, if you're trying to be right for the people, they're gonna because they want you to do what they want you to do. If you try to do what the people want, they don't want that. They don't want what the people want. They want what they want. They want.
Yeah, thinkers are terrorists now.
Yeah.
See, here's something you might not know. A lot of your leaders are all related. Like Obama's related to the Queen and to the Bushes and to Madonna, to Tom Cruise.
Skull and Bones.
All these people are cousins and brothers, and they're all part of a bloodline.
It's
Oh
messed
yeah.
up.
Oh, Illuminati or Freemasonry?
All the above.
All
All the above.
Yep, definitely. So I believe those are connected.
So,
You know.
does Alex Jones know all this, you think?
Alex
Oh, hell yeah.
Jones works for them, though.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
How do you know?
Because you don't get to talk like that
And not
to
live.
millions
And not live.
and live.
Yeah.
So why would they want someone like that? Oh, just to make the rest of you guys look crazy. Okay, I got you.
Well, that too. But he's also putting out disinformation.
Miscrediting, disinformation.
So
I follow Giorgio Tsoukalos, Eric Von Daniken, Stanton Friedman, Dr. J. Allen Hynek, but he's dead.
I did an
he was
interview
in charge of Project.
I did an interview with Childress. David
really?
Childress.
David Oh, okay, nice. Awesome.
Yeah, a whole hour.
What was he in your neighborhood or was he in your?
No, I did it online. I know a guy at Atlantis 3D Radio who knew him.
Oh, okay.
See,
do you know
hey,
David Garrison?
I've heard that name.
Lee,
David Garrison.
it's always who you know. You know what I mean?
Those who
it's always who you
I was
know that gets
connected
you
with.
somewhere. Hey,
When I first got into the
do you know what I mean, Jason? It's always who you know. Think about it. We know. I'm just saying, it's like knowing people who have power in this world helps you out.
Exactly.
But nothing's for free, though. That's the thing. Nothing's for free.
Oh, really? These people that were born to really rich parents probably think that.
Were you in the AOL chat rooms and stuff back then?
Oh, no, I never did AOL. No.
He had common sense.
AOL.
Trevor loves AOL.
This thing has AOL.
I know. You should remove it.
Those were my connections back then. Was a lot of AOL chat rooms and UFO chat rooms and stuff. That's where all I got my connections and stuff. Was through AOL.
Right.
Trevor
David
loves
Garrison,
AOL.
Brune Tooley.
No, I don't.
That's not what you were saying earlier. Oh, no, you're right.
Geek.
Sorry, I like to bullshit you.
Tons of people.
Calm down, Jason. We understand.
Well, there's lots of information out there. I mean, you can see the remnants, like we're talking about the Nephilims and the giants and stuff. We have all of their remnants. We have all of their, a lot of their cities.
Can you give me an example of one that you could see physically still on Earth?
Here, go look at this place right here.
Okay, guys, I don't mean to seem like I'm questioning you, but at the same time...
You need evidence. You need evidence.
Go look at that place, Puma Pumku.
So, Trevor, I want to know what you're thinking right now.
Huh?
I want to know what you're thinking.
What was the last thing we were talking about?
I'll be right back, guys.
No, just with what you've heard. Tell me what you think of all this.
Sounds like a whole bunch of conspiracy stuff.
I know, but do you think any of it has grounds for it's being true, or what do you think?
What do you believe? Do you believe that we're just here and all of a sudden we came out of fairy dust or something? Or what do you believe? How did we get on this planet?
Yeah, we're just asking.
Bible.
Oh, so
you believe in what your religion has taught you, and you believe that's true.
Hasn't led me astray yet.
So, are you Christian or?
Yeah.
Jehovah's
He's
Witness?
Baptist.
I know you're definitely not Jehovah's Witness.
No, I'm not no Jehovah's Witness, but
he used to be Amish.
Really?
Just kidding.
No way. I look more Amish than he does.
When did you first become interested in this? This kind of stuff, this conspiracy talk?
When I was 15.
No,
that's the same age as me, man. Wow, seriously?
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Well, that was my first sighting. My actual real sighting.
Well,
wow,
Trevor,
I was fixing to add on to that and tell you why. Me and my buddy was
yours?
Me and my buddy was.
Oh, don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You and your buddy were what? And then you were like, "Oh, let's just."
Me and my buddy was leaving a friend's house, and we were walking. We got to the edge of the driveway, and he was going to take a left, and I was going to take a right because we lived at two ends of the street.
Yep.
Okay.
And before I could even get off the driveway, he hits me on the shoulder.
What?
And when I turned to look at him, he's pointing at the sky, and there was a disc.
Was it
spinning weight going around it, around the circumference of the disc, like a rainbow.
Was it hovering?
It did like this. When I first saw it, it was bouncing around.
Okay. Yep.
And then it stopped at a dead stop, and took straight off back up into the atmosphere at super high speed.
So
And that's how I woke up.
That's how you woke up. That's what I call people that realize what's going on is waking up or awakening.
Yep.
Realizing what's happening and what's out there. What's
So
possible.
I got a question. Sorry, Jason.
No problem.
Do you have a picture of it, or?
Well, it was like 1995 or something, so
Are you guys,
Android wasn't out yet.
Does your
Let's
brother say the same thing, or what? I mean,
Oh, the guy I was with?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw him a couple of years ago, and he said that's his UFO story. He like tells everybody.
Was anybody else with you, or were you guys like doing?
No, it was just me and him.
Okay, you look at all the people that carried cameras with them at all times back then. You look at all the people that carry cameras with them now. You
And
see
look
a
how
lot
much
more.
they're filming.
Look how much they're filming now, and look how much UFOs are captured nowadays compared to back then. The reason why we don't have photos of all the stuff we seen back then is because we never had cameras as we do now.
Exactly.
Now we got cameras with us. Now we got more pictures of UFOs. Now there's more people out there saying, "Oh, look at all these crazy people out there. Let's give them pills and let's put them in mental hospitals because they seen a UFO and they took pictures of it."
Absolutely.
So it's like it's not our fault we didn't have the technology back then to take a picture. You know.
Sorry.
Well, they've been filming UFOs since
The
the 70s, with those reel-to-reel cameras, and
Oh yeah.
then the 80s came out. They taped some there, and of course a bunch in the 90s. I mean, look at the Phoenix Lights. They put that
Oh,
right.
absolutely, dude. Even the governor of Phoenix went ahead and said. He went ahead and said it was real. He doesn't know what happened. He knows for a fact that it wasn't fighter jets or it wasn't flares. Because if you look at the footage, you see the flares at like 8 o'clock, right? I think it's 8 o'clock, or is it at 10? I believe it was at 10 or 8.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. But I know the lights were total like 2 hours total difference between the eight lights and the flares. It was
Wasn't his excuse that he couldn't say anything because he was still in position, but he waited till he got out and then told everybody?
That's his excuse, yeah.
But you know what? The film tells it all. He didn't even have to say anything. The film.
No, hell no. Once I seen the film, and then because there's two different films. There's films of the actual flares, then there's films of the actual lights that were seen 2 hours later.
Right.
And the flares were
Traverse
they were flares. They were flickering. They were descending slowly. The lights that we seen weren't flickering. They were constant lights, and they were staying at a straight line and as a V shape. All of them. Have you heard some of the recordings from black box tapes from airliners and stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know which recordings are freaky, guys? The ones from 9/11. The recordings.
That's well, not those, but yeah, man, that's the thing. Commercial pilots, Air Force pilots, ice cream men, plumbers.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
What are you?
Lawyers and teachers.
Seasonary guy.
Everybody underneath the sun is
Retired astronaut.
Dealers, prostitutes.
I think it was Glenn Mitchell. Glenn Mitchell, I believe.
No. It was
Who was the retired astronaut that went ahead and spoke out? Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin.
Well, there was another one too.
What did
He was in
Buzz
the
Aldrin
Mercury
say, though?
7.
I know Buzz Aldrin spoke out about it.
I know,
Actually,
but what did he say?
There's a few astronauts.
Yeah, a
that
few
have come
astronauts that have come forward.
Came out and said what? That they're gay? That's what
No, they said that the government knows about UFOs and something else.
And that they see stuff out in space.
Well, I know, I hate to just throw this out to y'all because I don't really know y'all, but, I swear to God on my life, I seen a UFO when I was 15.
Absolutely.
It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in my life. And it actually changed my life because it actually had me looking at what the world had to say.
The same to me, man. The same.
And
it's kind of a coincidence. 15 years old, we've both seen something that changed our lives, man.
it was totally
I was
unexpected.
actually with a friend too at the time, and he's seen it also, and he actually got into it as well.
He got into it.
Yeah, he got into UFO research. And
I was like, whoa, we got in the UFO? What the fuck?
That would be crazy, dude. Holy cow. No, that would be crazy. Yeah, that was kind of funny how I said that.
But now, mine wasn't a blinking light.
No, mine wasn't.
It wasn't. You could see it was low enough.
Mine was a giant penis in the sky.
The lights that were going around the disc actually lit up
Lit the inside up?
So I could tell it was a disc.
Did it light the inside or was it on the outside of it?
The light was spinning right on the circumference, all the way around it, really fast. But it was so bright that you could see
And
it was a disc.
That light may be due to like the anti-gravity or whatever that like it uses for propulsion and stuff. That light spinning around that fast.
I have no idea. It was like a rainbow. It was like a super high-speed rainbow spinning around it.
I'm not laughing at what you're saying.
It was awesome.
Rainbow.
I'm laughing at Trevor moving around.
We've been laughed at ever since we've reported.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I was laughing at Trevor moving around in his chair. The fact that you can hear him.
I've actually lost friends and gained friends after I reported it and told people about it and started talking about it.
Blew me. I was surprised. Guys, when I said I wasn't LES anymore, I was surprised that nobody... Like, my parents took it okay. I was surprised that everybody kind of took it okay. You know what I mean?
Huh.
I mean, come on, that's like all your friends when all your friends are LDS, except for, some of them are Christian. Also, when you come out and say that you're atheist or even agnostic, you think they would react in a negative way. I don't mean to change the subject. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
No, you're cool.
It's kind of interrelated.
Oh, so your sighting was only one, mine was two, and actually mine didn't go up in the atmosphere. They like shot off like on the land. Like they didn't go up. They went like out basically.
Well, that's what mine did. It just went out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, no, mine didn't shoot up in the atmosphere. It basically like shot off to another area. It just shot off. It looked like almost like a in a tunnel or something. Like it was in a wormhole or something. When you seen it, like it went. It was crazy.
Where were you? In Florida?
Yeah, I was in Florida actually. I reported it too as well.
That's where I saw mine.
Yeah, I reported to move.
And you know what? You ready for this?
Yep.
Years later, when the internet and stuff came out, I've learned that the Gulf breeze.
Oh yeah, Gulf breeze. Yep.
Was a hot spot.
Absolutely, Gulf breeze.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I think that's somehow connected.
Oh, absolutely. In the Okefenokee Swamp, I know there's a lot of sightings there as well. The Okefenokee Swamp. Isn't that in Georgia?
No, that's in Florida.
Oh, is it? Well, in Florida, like right up by
the alligator farm and all that out there.
Yeah. What's that? Ain't there a swamp up by Georgia though? What's that swamp up by Georgia? Like up north Florida.
I don't know.
Remember Flight 19? Back in like the 40s, Flight 19 disappeared off the coast of Fort Lauderdale. No, they're saying that they actually landed, but they landed in the Okefenokee Swamp, and they thought they were landing in the ocean. And I believe that's a hot spot for UFOs as well, like you said, around Gulf breeze area.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about? Do you think non-humans that look like humans could be walking around you?
I mean, like the reptile
or hybrids?
Trevor. Jason could be one.
No, because I'm not in a higher power. Like all the people that are in high places, the president and big senators and whatnot, like the rich, big famous people or whatever.
You think if they are?
I only ask that because the Bible says, beware to entertain or make sure you entertain strangers, because they could be angels, unaware and stuff. And
really?
I ask because
wow. Okay.
What it means to me is that human looking something could be standing right next to you and really be of some other blood type.
Do you think it's dogs too and like other animals, or just like us?
You know what? That's a good question.
I mean, think about it. If I was an alien, I'd almost rather be someone's dog, because you can see it from a different point of view. You know what I mean? You don't have to interact other than what a dog would do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm glad my dog can't talk.
Hey, well, actually, in text, it talks about the animals testifying against the humans in the Great Judgment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so be careful when you're whacking off in front of your dog.
Yeah, that's why I'm sad. I'm glad
Yeah, kick him out.
Well, then he'd say, well, they always kick me out at a certain time.
So what do you think about, like, Bigfoot and Chupacabra and all that? Like, do you think that's possible or no?
I had a girlfriend that looked like Bigfoot.
After what I've seen, and just in the last 5-6 years of real knowledge that's been being released, I don't put it past anything.
Yeah.
The world is so big, and there's been so much that has uncharted.
Look at the pyramids that we're just finding out about. I mean, what else does the government not tell us about?
Exactly.
Do you really want to live where something that big like a Sasquatch, do you really want to? Would you be afraid of that if it lives like right behind your house or something?
Oh, you might not know this. Supposedly they have one of the hairs, and they've done a test on
definitely.
it.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, definitely, I know that.
And it's not.
It's a primate, I believe it is. Some type of primate, undiscovered primate.
Oh, and I got something else for you. Have you heard of the Star Child skull?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
Star Child skull. It's found in Mexico, I believe, in a cave.
Yeah, well, check it out. Well, you know, he just went and spent $50,000. Yeah, $50,000 on the DNA test.
Yeah, and I believe they couldn't find the man or the father. They couldn't find the chromosomes or something.
It can't. When the DNA came back, it didn't match anything on the planet.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. When was that released? When was that released?
November last year.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah.
It was recent. It was recent.
Yeah, that was before they said that they were having trouble with it, I guess.
Well, he kept taking it to different labs that didn't have the right equipment.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why.
And then as time went by, he found an advanced place, but they wanted a lot of money, and he raised the money, and the test came back and said that it doesn't match.
I think he was like taking donations or something.
Yep.
A while ago, and I actually looked at the site and everything to donate for him and stuff. I think it was like $5 or something.
But you know what? You can look at that skull and see it's not human.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Go ahead and look at it. I mean, Google Star Child skull.
Absolutely. Well, you know the cone heads. Did you know have you seen the cone heads, the Nephilim skulls?
Yeah. The Nephilim skulls, yeah, dude.
Did you know the two biggest ones ever found were found at Pumapunku?
Pumapunku, yep.
Uh-huh.
And it also has something to do with the crystal skull, I believe. I believe it kind of relates to the crystal skull.
Well, I don't know about that, but do you know about the cuneiform bowl that they found at Pumapunku too?
The cuneiform? Nope, I didn't see that.
And you know the cuneiform bowl is supposed to be in the Middle East because that's Sumerian, but they found it at Pumapunku in South America.
One movie I recommend watching is called Fourth Kind.
Oh, I saw that. You
saw that? Did you like that?
It was kind of
freaky.
It was weird.
Yeah, I started talking in Sumerian and crap, and I was like, holy shit.
They did a good job on it.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of freaky, though. It's more of a evil type of movie.
Alien flick, yeah.
But that and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I believe we all watched that. Steven Spielberg.
Well, like, you know, people, okay, you know the meteor just happened. Right?
Yeah.
And you've seen the video where looks like something blew it apart.
Something shoots right into it, yep.
How come the governments did not tell the people?
Yeah, I agree.
What now?
Was there warnings or anything? Like I thought there was supposed to be warnings or something.
Nothing. Well, I think they knew it was going to hit I think they knew it was going to hit a populated area, and they just didn't want to scare anybody.
Yeah, they had that missile ready then, or whatever that was that hit it.
Maybe that's a good point. They may have. But it didn't look like a missile. It looked like some kind of other weapon, you know?
Yeah, something. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what it was. Because if it was a missile, it would have exploded bigger. It would have been a more fireball type deal.
Do you guys ever look into the NASA footage of the UFOs where they pop out of our atmosphere and go back into space?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Like I said, remember that thing I was telling you about where they shoot something at the missile or at the object that was in space, and the object in space shoots off and the missile doesn't even hit it?
That's crazy, isn't it? And they allow us to see this stuff. They allow that.
You can actually see that object slow down, stop, and then reverse course.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, okay, that's not an ice particle. That's not no particle. No particle would come to a complete halt, and then all of a sudden shoot off into a different direction.
And look at the tether footage.
Oh, that's freaky, dude. That's freaky.
Yeah, and that's a 12-mile long.
I don't know what the hell. That was weird. I seen that. Though. It was transforming too. It was like moving around and crap. What about the Kecksburg crash? How about that? What do you think about that one?
The Kecksburg. Might have to remind me. There's so many of these now.
Yeah,
coming out.
Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, in 1967 or 69. It looks like a bell. It looks like a bell that fell. They used to say it was part of a Sputnik or part of a satellite, Russian satellite that fell to Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. But actually, the military came and swept it up, and actually, some of the people got photos and got recordings of what was going on back then. Like, it actually crashed in the woods, and someone actually got to see it, and it had strange hieroglyphic writing on it, and it was like they said it was glowing hot. But one of the reporters that was there at the first person on scene, said that Army and Air Force people came in big flatbed trucks and crap and kind of cordoned off the area and confiscated everybody's footage and crap. And the next thing they know, they seen something on the back of a flatbed truck going out of town, surrounded by, Army and Air Force people, and it was all covered up and they could barely see it. They said it looked like a Volkswagen Beetle.
That's a common story too. Military shows up, basically Men in Black style, and
oh yeah, go ahead and
Google
Kecksburg UFO crash. Kecksberg. Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. I believe 1967 or 69. It was one of the big topics of UFO crashes, other than Roswell and Aurora back in 1897.
Yeah, now they're filming a bunch of the TR-3B, the triangle. They're filming a lot of that now because it's out and about.
Nice.
But I don't know what's going on out there, but something is going on, and
something mysterious. Yeah, because there's a lot of them, not only there, but also over in like other oceans.
Well, look at Mexico. Mexico has got tons of sightings on film.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I've seen all the sightings. Yeah.
Mexico tried to petition America and said, "Hey, you need to stop lying.
You need to release your UFO information and documents like France did."
Well, America's the only one, and America in the few places that they give foreign aid to.
Yeah.
Those are the only places that are being quiet.
Oh yeah.
But the rest of the third worlds are like, fuck this. Look, we got UFOs everywhere,
And we have no control. The reason why they don't want to do that is because, hey, we have no control over our skies. What is that going to say to us as Americans? We can't control our own skies.
Right.
That's going to kind of be, kind of scary, not being able to control what's going on in our own skies.
Well, see, that's the thing. They've, that's what I was saying earlier. They own everything from the medical to the science to the schooling to the space to the air. Yep. They've made sure that we don't have any access to any of that truth.
They can hide whatever they want to.
Right. The only thing you need to know is what they teach you in their schoolhouse, and that's it.
And their brainwash camps, as I call it.
Exactly. And they keep you there for 12 years. The schooling they give you in those 12 years, you could learn in like 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're dragging it out. You
can learn more on the internet almost.
In a week, yeah. So. But people don't realize that yet, though. They will. Once they start getting less money and things don't go their way, they're going to start looking around wondering why things aren't going the right way.
Yep.
And they're going to start finding out that there's a lot of crooked shit behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
But
have you ever heard of Randlesham Forest over in Britain? Randlesham Forest?
No. See, my study isn't on those kind of cases. I do like the more ancient research because I'm trying to find out what these civilizations were really saying.
Well, that's kind of where we need to start. We need to start off in the past because that's where it's going to really tell us. Because it's a lot harder to hide the past than it is to hard. It's a lot harder to hide the past than what it is to hide yesterday or the day before. It's a lot harder to hide the stuff in the past because it's been available for such a long time.
Yeah, for me, once you learn to realize what you're looking at, whether it's pre-flood or later Egypt, you have to know what time period this may or may not have happened. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And once you go back as far as you can, which would be Sumerian and the Sanskrit, you come out of that and you'll see how it just branches out around the world.
I believe that's where it all started. The Sumerians have the key. The Sumerians have the key to just about everything, I believe. They knew something we didn't.
From what we know, that's as far back as we can really go, you know. But then again, that's the government always leans on them too. Oh, well, the Sumerians were the first civilization. Yeah. But we don't know that.
Exactly.
But we do know they had writing and they had the wheel and all this other shit. Yep. So. But then if you listen to Zecharia Sitchin...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The Anunnaki...
Oh, yeah.
And his story kind of matches with what you see.
The Sumerians, yeah.